Well, hello, and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio reading that is aimed exclusively at your ability to manifest. Now, manifestation it's a natural gift. We have it all of our lives, but it is like muscles. Unless you work them out, unless you train them, unless you stress them, they never really develop very much. And yeah, for a period of time you can get by with minimal muscle mass and you can make it. But there will come a time when that won't be enough. And so my job exclusively, more than focusing on your liking me or subscribing to me, although I like both those things and sharing, I love it. My only job is to inspire you. That's why this is an audio presentation. All you're going to see on your screen is the 5-card spread. That's it. Now, you can follow along, but most people close their eyes after a minute or two and just listen because they want to pick up the vibe. This is the energy signature that you can work with if it resonates. And speaking of resonating, here's another little point that no one who does the idea of selling you manifesting techniques spends any time on. They're always pumping smoke up your ass going, oh, you can be anything you want to be. You can do anything you want to be. You can do. Fact of the matter is that is highly, highly unlikely. I'm not going to say it's untrue. There may be exceptions. But we all come into this life, I believe, with a destiny, a spiritual destiny, which very often in our physical life is something that we're unaware of, something we're not connected to. But we've come here with a specific spiritual purpose. That is why, if you have brothers and sisters, you're all different. What's up with that? You were born in the same family, hopefully have the same parents. Not the exact conditions with every child, but very similar. And yet you're also vastly different. Why? Because at some point, whether it's at the point where egg meets sperm or when the baby is born or somewhere in that, maybe even before egg and sperm join, although I would think you haven't created an energy signature before egg and sperm join. Once you do that, there's an entity there. Now, I would think there would be the ability and responsibility to choose your spiritual destiny. Anyway, whatever. The point is, work within your life destiny. You can get it with numerology. You can get it with astrology. And if you're doing the astrology stuff, do North Node, Moon, Ascendant. Good place to start. And once you find out, and in fact, you don't even have to dig that deep. You know, your gut tells you where you're attracted. And I know a lot of people grow up going, well, I want to be a star, I want to be a singer, I want to be a football player, I want to be this. But you're 5'2", you're never going to be a football player. Excuse me. So at that point, that's where I would rely on numerology, astrology, anything else to help you kind of tune in to your life purpose. And then manifest within that life purpose. You're going to find that things work out much better for you. Rather than trying to swim upstream, reverse your energy. Go with the flow. The flow inside you. Not society, but the flow within you. So we begin our reading today with the Oracle card. That's the one in the middle. And the card today is Orphaned. That's a toughie. My mother was orphaned. Both of her parents were dead by the time she was 10. She came from Europe here. I mean, it was just a real disconnected life emotionally. And I got a chance to see firsthand through my mother and through my siblings, including myself, how that damaged everybody. So I sort of know the price or the feeling of being orphaned. It's total desolation. Physically, emotionally, and finally spiritually. Total desolation. Orphaned on your own with no prospect of help or assistance. That's devastating. And a lot of people are feeling that these days. I'm an old guy, been around for a long time. And I have to tell you that growing up, I never, ever, ever, ever would have thought that the country and the world would be in shit shape like it is now. Everything has been flipped. That's intentional. Because when everything is flipped, there is chaos, there's conflict. And that's what gives the powers who want to run the world the ability to do it. If we're organized, if we're working together, if we're supporting one another, if we're working in unity with one another, they can't do a damn thing. But flip everything around. Night is dark, black is white, whatever. Everything I believed as a kid is now gone. I know now that my entire life I've been lied to by just about everything. For me, the last 3 years has been a tremendous transition in that regard. Part of the reason why I guess I'm doing this tarot reading. For people my age, it's like you're walking on a throw rug and somebody pulls it underneath you. And a lot of people my age just can't handle the idea that everything we were told was bullshit. They can't handle that. Now, it hasn't been as tough for me, maybe because I was raised by an orphan. Because she left Europe just before World War II started. So maybe that essence carries with me now. I don't know. But I can tell you this much. That if you feel orphaned by society, you're not alone. Most people, better than 90% of the people on the planet, feel that way. Some are beginning to rise up. Some are beginning to go, you know what? I don't care. I have got to do my part. I got to get involved. And that's really what is behind this card today. Orphaned, you can make the change. You can feel the total desolation, but not live in it. And the meme for today supports this. It says, do not trade your authenticity for approval. You're not here to necessarily fit in. Well, you're not here to be a jerk, but you're not here to necessarily fill in. You have a purpose. Stay true to that purpose. So don't trade your authenticity for approval. And in fact, when you do that, guess what you feel? Orphaned from yourself. Let's get to the card reading. All the way to the left, we do the Hierophant. The Hierophant, appropriately, is your belief system, the rules and regulations in society. What has society told you is your responsibility? What has it told you is your job? How are you supposed to act? How are you supposed to think? And right now, we're feeling the heavy hand of the Hierophant. Because our belief systems are being attacked. Even our identification is under attack. We have to change the rules. Now, the question is, are we going to let the power people change the rules for us, or are we going to adapt the rules and make it better for everybody? Well, one of the things that will help you is the next card's the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands basically says, why don't you just drop it? All the stuff that you've been told to believe is a lie. Now think for yourself. That means personal responsibility. That means discipline. And a lot of people fold under that pressure. But when you do, you feel orphaned. But you are orphaning, abandoning yourself. You're trading authenticity for approval. You have to help change the system so it works better for everybody. Don't give in, which is what the Ten of Wands is telling you. Throw that stuff away. Go away. Start new. Start from scratch. Value every person. Doesn't mean you have to agree with him, but value. Next card over is the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is coming very close to fulfillment, satisfaction, what you want, what you yearn for, that emotional connection that will keep you from feeling orphaned. You can feel where you want to be, but you're not there just yet. But the image is beginning to get clearer and clearer. Keep following that dream. And the final card really is that dream, and that's the Queen of Wands. Wands are positivity, excitement, enthusiasm, gratitude. And the Queen, she's wholehearted. She doesn't anything half-ass. She's in for a penny, in for a pound. I will or I won't. That's it. She goes. Self-confident, enthusiastic. She doesn't feel orphaned. She doesn't experience total desolation. She has a solid grab of her values. She knows what's important to her. She's done the Hierophant thing. She's figured out what her own belief system is. She's decided to put down all the other bullshit that people expect of her. That's what they want. That's not necessarily what resonates with her belief system. And what that does is gives her a clear vision of what she sees, and what she sees she likes a lot. She does not feel orphaned. Your choice. Your choice. Take the same path. In the next short period of time, maybe a month, maybe a year, you will have to do that system. You're going to have to change your mind, change your thoughts, change your heart, maybe even change your spirit. But do not trade your authenticity for approval. That's today's tarot reading. Back again tomorrow with another Tao manifested reading. Between now and the next time we get together, peace and blessings.